Hello everyone, welcome back to Bridge is for Everyone. My name's Jad. This is topic 6 in the extension series. This video continues the topic of Roman keycard Blackwood. As you saw in the previous episode, each Roman keycard Blackwood response has two meanings. When you interpret partner's response, you need to know which meaning to use. Most of the time, only one meaning is possible, but sometimes both are possible. Let's use an example to see how to deal with that situation. This is board E6A. Partner is the dealer. Here is your hand. As always, you value your hand. You have 19 high card points and 0 long points, for a total of 19 points. Your only short suit is the Doubleton Diamond, so your hand is balanced. And you have two biddable suits, spades and clubs. Partner opens the bidding with one heart, and East passes. It's your turn to bid. You interpret partner's bid. Partner's bid shows 13 to 21 points and 5 or more hearts. You realise that you have a heart fit and immediately revalue your hand. You replace your 0 long points with 1 dummy point for a new total of 20 points. You add these to partner's minimum of 13 points for a partnership total of at least 33 points. This is enough for a small slam. As you have seen before, when considering a slam bid, you need to make sure of two things. First, you need to make sure your partnership has first or second round controls in all the side suits. With this deal, this is very simple, because your hand has first or second round control in all the side suits. Second, you must check that your partnership is not missing two key cards. You check your own hand for key cards. You have two key cards, the Ace of Hearts and the Ace of Clubs. You are missing 3 key cards. So you need to ask partner about their key cards. As you saw in previous episodes, you can use Roman keycard Blackwood to do this. You initiate the convention with a bid of 4 no trump. As you saw previously, this bid also shows a fit with partner's heart suit. West passes. Partner bids 5 diamonds and East passes. It's your turn to bid. You interpret partner's bid. Partner's bid shows 0 or 3 key cards. In previous episodes, only one of the meanings was possible. This time, you have only 2 key cards, so both meanings are possible. You can't be certain which is correct, but you can determine which is more likely. You look at each possibility in turn and try to reconstruct partner's hand. First, consider the case that partner has 0 key cards. Assume partner has all the high cards that are not in your hand and are not key cards. They total 10 high card points. Partner's opening bid promised 5 hearts, so you add 3 small hearts. You count 1 long point for the 5th heart, for a total of 11 points. Because partner opened, partner must have at least 2 more points. There are no high card points available, so these must be long points. You have allocated 9 cards to partner, so that leaves only 4 more cards to add to the hand. These cards need to provide 2 more long points. If they were all spades or all clubs, they would provide at most 1 long point, so they cannot be spades or clubs. Partner must have 4 more red cards. This is a tight constraint on partner's hand. There are only a small number of hands which partner could have with 0 keycards. Now consider the case that partner has 3 keycards. The 3 keycards total 11 high card points. You add 4 more hearts to partner's hand. This provides 1 long point for a total of 12 points. Partner needs 1 more point to reach the minimum 13 required for the opening bid. This could be a long point in any suit, or it could be 1 or more high card points in any suit. This time, there are few constraints on partner's hand. It could be any one of very many hands. You do not have exact numbers from reconstructing partner's hand, but you do know that there are few hands that partner could have with 0 keycards, and many hands that partner could have with 3 keycards. Based on this analysis, you assume that partner's bid was made with 3 keycards. You may be wrong in this one instance, but over many similar hands, you will come out ahead. You add partner's 3 keycards to your own 2 for a total of 5 keycards. Your partnership holds all the keycards. You don't know who has the trump queen, and there is no bidding space left to investigate, but that does not matter. With all the keycards, you will always play a slam contract. You bid 6 hearts. West passes, partner passes, and east passes to end the auction. The contract is 6 hearts by north. You know that it is very likely that partner has 3 keycards and will make the contract. But this is bridge, so on rare occasions you will be wrong. Don't let one bad result deter you from good bidding practice. Before ending this video, there is one important point I would like you to understand. The hand reconstruction technique, which you saw used in this episode, can be applied in many situations in bridge. You used it here to make a decision regarding partner's hand, but it can also be applied to an opponent's hand. In this video, it was used to assist with bidding, but it can also be extremely useful when playing the hand. Overall, it is one of the most powerful bridge skills you can develop. It is not easy to master, but it will improve with practice. This video explained how to reconstruct partner's hand to determine which meaning of a Roman keycard Blackwood response is most likely. Thanks for watching. If you found this video useful, please consider subscribing to this channel. Until next time, this is Jad reminding you that bridge is for everyone.